So now you have the philosophy, you know what goes into the presentation. So now how do we structure and put it together? And in case you think, oh good, now we get out the slide deck and we start organizing which slides we need for this presentation. If you're doing that, I promise you, you are sabotaging what could fundamentally be a great presentation. PowerPoint is important and we will get to it. However, it is a visual aid. It comes after your presentation structure. First, we have to get messy. The creative process is messy before we get tidy. So what I recommend you do, forget the PowerPoint slides you are now using. Get out a flip chart or a whiteboard or a yellow pad and start listing all the examples, all the key talking points, all the issues of this specific upcoming client. George Carlin, the great late comedian, said, putting together a comedy routine is more like going on a field trip than working in a laboratory. In other words, this is what you are doing. This is how you are getting the fun ingredients that are then going to go into your presentation. This is the creative, messy part. And then we are going to put it together in your logical structure. Just for fun. Without your PowerPoint, why don't you just get a flip chart or a whiteboard and outline the presentation? Then we're going to put it into your logical structure. Think of it this way. The structure is the skeleton that goes under the flesh of your words. So from this messy creative process, then we need to get tidy. And a structure frees you, F-R-E-E-S, not freeze, F-R-E-E-Z-E-U. Frees you. And it all starts around a basic premise. Your premise is your central theme. The dictionary definition of your premise is a basis of argument leading to a conclusion. Now, how do you get your premise? Think of it on your yellow pad again, every ... which means you're going to fill in the blank, can, the subject of your talk or the benefit of your sales presentation, how, question mark, 1, 2, 3, your talking points. Now this will not make sense at the moment until you know how we fill in the premise statement. Every sales professional can deliver more powerful presentations. If I made that as a central theme, you would say how? By logically organizing your remarks. You are going to relate it from the point of view of your prospect, and then you are going to rehearse to make it conversational. So every presentation, every sales presentation needs a central theme. Here's a clue. For your sales presentation, think of the prospect. So every ABC company associate can be more productive. How? By utilizing your technology. You're not probably going to say that, but in your own rehearsal, you need to know what the central theme is. They are better off doing business with you. So now let's look at the Frip speech model to see how this comes together. You'll see with the chart, the circle at the top and the circle at the bottom, that represents the first 30 seconds and the last 30 seconds. You might be okay once you get going. Most people are when they know what they're talking about. Very few people come out with impact. They waffle. And remember what our goal is. We don't want you to sound the same as everybody else. And you probably have a high ticket item that you're selling. You don't want to sound the same as the copier salesperson or the person who's bringing their toner for the copier. So your first 30 seconds, last 30 seconds have the most impact. Then the questions stand for, not that you're asking questions of the audience. You've already done that before you get this appointment. You are thinking, what are they concerned about? What are they thinking? Perhaps you're the highest price vendor. They are thinking, well, why would we pay 20% more? Or, I've never heard of this company. What makes them so good? So we're going to come out punching. Then you introduce your central theme, which is the premise, which is how that company is better off doing business with you. Then the points of wisdom, these are your talking points that you've developed that make your case. The circles stand for the stories, the examples, the statistics. That is, as part of your presentation, you might be adding your visual aids. Between each chunk of content, each talking point that's well illustrated, you see there is a seamless transition. You can do that with a pause. You can do it with movement. Or you might say, the first reason you'll be better off doing business with us. And the second reason you'll be better off doing business with us. And the third reason. You need to keep your structure obvious for you and the audience. Then once you've gone through your talking points, you might want to do a review of the ideas, and the best way is with a rhetorical question. So how is the ABC company better off doing business with us? Well, 1, 2, 3. That is when you ask them, and what are your specific questions? Here is where most people go wrong. They close on questions. No. You need to close. And remember this, your last words linger. Make sure they're yours.